stones were invincible. How did this happen?
Rashigal is done for.
Is that all you have to say after holding yourselves up here without permission? You should be ashamed.
We were doing it for our country. Rashigal's military assets must be protected.
You truly believe that abandoning the citizens you serve strengthens your country?
Well...
Wait. Are you Chief of Staff Hilbert?
No, but I used to be. You all are the military of today. And as such, it is your duty to figure out what needs to be done.
Understood. The Fort Gondola Guards will reopen the fort immediately. We will resume patrolling the high roads and protecting civilian activities.
That takes care of that.
That should be a load off Tricel's shoulders.
And we've made it through Fort Gondola at last.
Yeah, what an ordeal.
Let's get back to Tricel. We have to tell her how great you were!
Your combat style seems so unrefined.
Well, I prefer to call it powerful. On the battlefield, delicacy will only get you killed. In real warfare, you need guts first, power second, vigor third and fourth, and instinct fifth.
You make a persuasive argument.
Well, yeah. You're talking to a mercenary here.
How long have you been one?
Well, for as long as I can remember. When I was your age, I was already a veteran. Trust me, kid, I'm a lot wiser than I look. I've been through enough to earn it.
Since your advice carries the weight of experience, I will remember it well.
Aw, come on, no reason to bring your spirits down. You do your thing and let me do mine. I'll handle the heavy lifting.
Yeah, okay.
Thank goodness you all made it back. Is anyone hurt?
We're fine, my lady.
As you can see, we couldn't be healthier.
We kicked 10 tons of golem butt! Oh, I'm so relieved. You are worried about us? Of course. I don't know what I would have done if you had gotten hurt on my behalf.
Facing that pain is one of the gravest duties of leadership.
It sure isn't easy.
No, it is not. But as long as you feel pain at the suffering of your people, they will always be there to support you.
I'll do my best. Just as Klein did.
It might be difficult, but we know you can do it.
I'm sorry I can't give you the rewards you deserve. Wait, I know. I'll brew up some of my finest tea. Come, let's have a tea party.
I couldn't ask for a finer reward.
Throw in some of those little cakes and you've got a deal.
It's difficult to believe this whole area used to be a dry wasteland.
We were taught a great tsunami did this 20 years ago. It was right when the former king of Azul was leading his army into battle against Rashigal. Wait, Rowen, you were a tactician in that battle, weren't you?
Yes, I was. It's hard to believe it's already been so long. This is the place where Princess Carrie died.
Noctigal's sister.
Even he wouldn't dare to defy her. If she was still alive, Rashigal's history would have turned out quite a bit differently.
She must have been a fearsome woman if she could keep Noctigal in check.
Quite the opposite. She was a gentle, easygoing soul. Noctigal was always at his kindest around her, but her gentle demeanor masked an indomitable spirit. The meek had no greater ally than her. She even chose to accompany the army as a medic, so that she could save as many lives as possible.
A princess working as a medic? She must have been one hell of a woman.
Unfortunately, her story did not end happily. Their brothers feared Noctigal would distinguish himself by leading Rashigal to victory. So instead, they revoked his authority to lead the army just before the battle began. In his place, they sent an incompetent buffoon of a general who squandered every advantage Rashigal had.
Why would they do that?
They must have feared Noctigal more than their own enemies. Just as Rashigal was facing defeat, the tsunami came and forced the remnants of both armies to retreat. But Princess Carrie's unit was among the unlucky ones that were caught in the wave. It was a grave error on my part. Amidst the confusion, I didn't notice that her unit was in the path of danger. If I had given her unit clearer orders, Carrie would still be alive.
Wait a minute. Were you two together?
We were worlds apart in both age and class, but we had pledged our futures to each other. Noctigal was the only one who approved of our union, but that's an old story, and one perhaps best forgotten.
Excuse me, have you seen an elderly woman around here? I was out shopping with my mother, but we got separated. Her hair and eyes look just like mine.
Unfortunately, we don't know this city very well.
There you are, Lem. What are you doing here? What sort of child is still getting lost when she's 18 years old?
Me? You're the one who got lost. Did you forget where we were supposed to meet?
Oh, did I?
Honestly, I don't know how you keep a nursing job when you can't even stick to a simple schedule.
It's nice to see that Olympians are as human as we are.
No kidding.
Carrie? Carrie, it's you! You're alive!
Wait, Noctigal's sister?
Oh, yes, my name is Carrie. But I'm afraid I don't know who you are.
You don't?
I'm sorry. I can't remember anything from my childhood. When I washed up on a beach here 20 years ago, all I could remember was my name.
Wait, do you know who my mother used to be?
No. I merely met her once before, when I was working with her husband.
Oh, are you in the military too?
Forgive me for not recognizing you. You meet so many people as a soldier's wife.
No apologies necessary. It was a long time ago. May I ask where your husband is?
He's away on an expedition right now. I haven't heard from him in a long time. But I'm not worried. Ever since he found me 20 years ago, Julius has never broken a promise he's made to me.
Mom, could you stop gushing to complete strangers?
Okay. But it is true, you know.
Come on, we need to get going. Nice meeting you all.
Hey.
When the schism was breached 20 years ago, the tsunami must have brought Carrie all the way here to Olympias.
Aren't you going to go after her?
I don't know what I would say to her after all these years. I don't even know how to feel about this. I hope Lady Drissel is faring well.
Why not go to the manor and see? Drissel must be worried sick about you.
Oh, worried about me? Oh my. I do hope she doesn't perceive me as being that old.
Exactly the people I was hoping to see. We just captured one of the soldiers from that airship. Wow! How'd you pull that off? Actually, he seems like a pretty strange guy. He actually turned himself in. He said he'd like to speak to Rowen. His name is Julius. Do you know him?
Lady Drissel, would it be possible to see him now?
You must be Rowen.
At your service. And you must be Carrie's husband, Julius.
I should have known the conductor would already know the score.
You give me too much credit. Carrie and I merely met by chance in Olympias once. My question is, how do you know about me?
Carrie had a ring with your name engraved on it when I met her. When I saw her using calculatrix without a spyrix, I knew she had to be from the other world. I volunteered for the Otherworld Reactor Plan expedition, so I could learn more about her past.
Why would you risk so much? You already know she loves you.
Because I hid the ring from her, the one with your name on it. I didn't want her to have anything that would remind her of her past. I'm a coward who took advantage of her amnesia in order to steal her heart.
I saw for myself how deeply Carrie loves and trusts you. It was clear from the way she smiled. Even 20 years ago, I'm not sure I could have ever done anything to make her smile like that. Julius, you must make it back to Olympias alive. Your wife and daughter are waiting for you. Your only sin is abandoning the people who love you.
But there isn't any way for me to get back.
Not to worry. We will escort you home ourselves. In fact, I insist upon it. However,
There's no telling how long the dimensional breach will last. We should hurry.
thank you.
Rowen, it's been an honor to meet you.
The honor is all mine. So Julius made it back to his family safely?
Yeah, Carrie was overjoyed to see him.
You should have gone with them.
Oh no, that simply wasn't possible. The way my back has been acting up.
Well, that won't do. You must take better care of yourself.
That voice. Carrie.
I just had to come and thank you all in person. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for you and your friends, we might never have seen Julius again. Rowen, how have you been?
My beard's a bit longer, but other than that, not much has changed. And yourself?
Apart from a few more wrinkles, nothing.
Those aren't wrinkles. Those are laugh lines. You seem very happy.
I am. You do too.
Oh, yes. Spending time with so many young folk makes me feel a few decades younger myself.
That's wonderful. But do take care of yourself.
I will. Thank you.
Rowen,
Are you sure about this?
please cheer up.
How could I possibly think myself unlucky in love when I have 3 lovely ladies looking after me? Now then, let us be off.
I hope I grow up to be someone like you, Rowen.
Then you'll need another 50 years of training. It's not as easy as it looks.
Have you heard the news? The Sven family finally settled on a new patriarch.
Took them long enough. Didn't the old patriarch die in that Zenithra accident 20 years ago?
Along with his wife, son, and younger brother. Talk about a tragedy.
Hey, the real tragedy was the heirs fighting for his title. That sure wasn't pretty. That only lasted what? Close to 2 decades?
Nothing like a family feud to brighten up a day.
Tell me about it. You wouldn't want to be anywhere near when me and my daughter-in-law fight.
Definitely wouldn't want to see that.
Sven? Hey, Alvin?
Yep, that's my family. They're pretty famous here in Olympias.
And where does Gilland fall?
He was my dad's little brother, and the head of one of the lesser Svent lines. He always resented my family for having the stronger position in the line of succession. But then my dad died in the accident that left us stranded on Riza Maxia, leaving a young me and my helpless mother to fend for ourselves.
And Gillen saw that as a chance for revenge.
Worse. He took advantage of the situation and tried to legally steal my claim to the family leadership. He used the Svent name to create Exodus and push the Otherworld reactor plan. All so that when he eventually came back to Olympias, he could claim the family mantle for himself.
He spent 20 years scheming from a whole other world?
Yep. Even I got to admire my uncle's persistence.
So if we hadn't stopped him,
I'd probably have been erased the moment his plan succeeded.
What about now? Are you gonna go back home?
You heard the ladies. There's no place for me there anymore. Besides, I've been a feral dog for too long now. I couldn't rejoin the noble elite.
Then...
You're all stuck with me.
Oh.
You could at least try to hide your disappointment.
Gotta find a way to push the Otherworld reactor plan forward.
Were you involved in the plan's creation?
And who might you all be?
Oh, we're from Riza Max...
I'm a relative of Gilland Yulsevent. I was hoping you could educate this group about the Otherworld reactor plan.
You're with Gilland? Oh, I apologize for my rudeness. I work at the Department of Otherworld Affairs.
Figured it'd go smoother this way.
I presume your department deals with issues related to Riza Maxia?
Correct. As you're no doubt aware, we Olympians have passed down legends of another world since antiquity.
Every kid knows the story of the spirit Maxwell and the utopia he created for his followers, Riza Maxia. But from around the time I was born, scholars and politicians started taking that story seriously.
Correct. That was because we detected an unusual distortion in space. Our research suggested that vast amounts of energy could be circulating beyond the distortion. That discovery led to the creation of the Department of Otherworld Affairs' predecessor, the Next Gen Energy Bureau. They developed equipment to widen the distortion and study what was on the other side. Things were going well at first.
Then the equipment went haywire, and a passenger ship near the experimental site, the ESS Zenithra, disappeared without a trace.
The incident 20 years ago.
Everyone thought the experiment had failed, but it hadn't. Several years later, we received a transmission straight from Gilland. He told us that he and the Zenithra had been sucked into the Otherworld. and that he had since created a device that could punch a hole through the spatial distortion.
And that he found a solution to Olympias's energy problems to boot.
That's right. His plan was to use the energy circulating throughout this other world as a reactor.
So what will happen to the people on that world?
Are you with the anti-governmentalists? Right now, the opposition party is using the issue of otherworld people's rights as a shield to try and block the otherworld reactor plan. Yet they have no alternative solution for our energy problem. Olympias has long since passed the point where we can solve our problems with idealistic jargon.
So you supported the otherworld reactor plan, fully aware of the consequences.
You're damn right I did, and I continue to support it wholeheartedly.
Forget it, Mila. There's no point in trying to change his mind.
I know. My duty remains unchanged. Do everything I can to stop the plan from succeeding.
Everything's on sale. Come, check out our brand.
You gotta be kidding me. I'm just charging what I gotta charge to stay in business.
Hey, things are tough for everyone. We can't afford to pay these prices.
Hey, let's all calm down.
What? You're taking side? I can't believe this.
Stop it!
Carla!
Hey, I know you. You're close with His Highness.
What exactly is your connection to Gaius?
He just summons me here sometimes, that's all. I heard he was away, so I came to see if everything was all right.
Well, you were certainly right to be concerned.
I'm afraid so. With King Gaius and the Chimeriad gone, the domestic stability of Aljul is beginning to unravel. But I still can't believe that things have regressed this far, this quickly. It's simply pathetic.
Is it that bad?
Clearly, the weak must be tended to, constantly, or they'll disrupt everything. I guess it's too much to ask for everyone to grow strong. It's hopeless.
Hold on. Maybe they'll never know what it's like to be as strong as Gaius, but that doesn't make them hopeless.
How can you deny it? You see what's happening here. My brother Erston sacrificed his family for these people, and this is what happens?
Wait, what?
You're Gaius' sister?
Yes, you wanted to know Gaius' real name? It's Erston Outway. I believe that my brother forged his philosophy partly as a way to atone for what he did to me. That's why he wanted to be the king. And because of that, I thought I could forgive him. But looking at this, I don't know anymore. If this is what his efforts amounted to, then give me my brother back!
Hey, come on. If the guard's undermanned, I can help out. I know my way around a sword. But only official soldiers are allowed to fight.
Hey, it's obvious we're gonna need some help to get through this.
Listen, I'll talk to the other unions about the skyrocketing food prices.
But if this situation drags on, things will only get worse.
That doesn't mean you can't do anything about it.
The boy is right. Forget about what we can't do and let's focus on what we can.
Jude. I hate to say it, but I think we have to face the facts. Everything King Gaius did was for naught.
Are you sure about that?
Lady Carla, we may not be the kind of people that King Gaius would consider strong.
But that doesn't mean we can't do for ourselves the same things that he's always done for us.
I want to know that I've done everything that I can, so I can hold my head high when King Gaius returns.
Thank you, all of you. If the news of my identity spreads, it will only make trouble for King Gaius. We'll probably never see each other again, but I'm glad I was able to meet all of you. Farewell.
I suppose we should be going ourselves.
Jude, seeing you follow your own path has helped me erase any doubts I had about mine. Maybe that's the same thing Gaius felt when he first met you.
They serve food at the Laurent Lodge, you say?
Yeah. Leia's dad is probably the best cook in town.
If you like, you can come try it for yourself. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
I'm certainly interested.
This looks delicious.
Leia's dad makes the best mabo curry anywhere.
You always did love Dad's mabo curry, huh?
That doesn't mean I could eat it every day, though.
What do you mean?
Leia would always bring mabo curry over after a fight.
Ah, so it was an excuse to make up.
Yeah. My parents were always busy and didn't have much time to cook, so it really helped us out. And because Leia and I used to fight all the time...
You ended up having mabo curry every day. Didn't you think to bring over anything else?
Sure, but mabo curry is special because it's 2 kinds of food in one. Just like 2 good friends getting along.
So it was an edible symbol of friendship.
And it kind of worked. From then on, I did my best not to let Leia get me angry. That way, I wouldn't have to eat mabo curry every night.
Hey, that makes it sound like it was always my fault we fought.
It wasn't always your fault. I'd say around 80%.
No. You two settle down.
Enjoy some mabo curry together. I could certainly eat.
Then why not come to my house? I'm sure my dad's cooked up something.
That roast chicken looks amazing. Just looking at it is making me salivate.
Sorry, Mila, but you can't have any. I'm sure it's for someone's birthday.
How can you tell?
Here on the island, it's a tradition to celebrate one's birthday with our special chicken larande.
The chicken is stuffed with pilaf, which mixes with the chicken's juices, and it's just delicious.
Oh, I'm drowning in my own saliva just thinking about it.
It must be a very special dish to the people of Lorand.
Then you must have eaten this on your birthdays as well.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Not recently?
Well, lately I've been living in Fenmont. And before that, Leia would try to deliver it to me. But she tripped and dropped it for 3 years straight.
3 years straight?
What a waste.
It wasn't on purpose. It's just the more I tried to be careful not to trip, the more I ended up tripping.
That does sound like something Leia would do.
I'm really sorry. I only tried to deliver it because I wanted to see you happy.
I know. Every year you were always the person who got the most excited about my birthday.
Yeah.
For my birthday this year, I hope we can all enjoy chicken larande together.
I'll ask my dad to make it extra good.
I greatly look forward to the occasion.
As do I. It can't come soon enough.
Prin, I'm glad to see you're still here.
By all rights, I shouldn't be. Not after I betrayed Rashagal to its enemy. But with the world as it is now, we're getting scores of injured patients every day. At the very least, I wanted to fulfill my obligations as a nurse.
That is truly admirable. Fortunately, conflicts between the nations of Riza Maxia are the last thing on anyone's mind now.
Yeah, especially now that Gaius is running Rashagal too.
Yes, I talked to King Gaius myself recently. He told me that Miss Nadia was dead.
So you knew?
Yes. He was kind enough to tell me personally. I was shocked that he even knew I was Lady Nadia's lowly servant.
That is most impressive.
I'm sorry, Prin. I wish we could have done more to save her.
You don't need to say that. To be honest, it was painful seeing Miss Nadia filled with such contempt. I know this may sound horrible for me to say this, but part of me is glad to know she's finally freed from her hatred, even if it's through death. I've seen her truly smile when she held Bobo. Seeing that made her usual misery all the harder to bear.
Prin,
I'm sorry. It's never easy, is it?
Hey there.
I remember you. You're the geographer who was studying spirit climb changes.
That's right. And I think that hypothesis I told you about just might be correct. They say the soldiers that came from the flying ships broke through a wall in the sky to get here. Think about that. A wall that surrounds our entire world. That kind of power could easily affect spirit climbs.
The schism.
The schism? Ooh, I like that name. Okay, let's refer to this wall as the schism. The next problem is, where did the schism come from? The questions never end. But that's why I love science.
Yeah.